Welcome to the 2025 Open Membership Meeting presented by the IDA Georgia Board of Directors. IDA's mission is to create a future for all individuals who struggle with dyslexia and other related reading differences so that they may have richer, more robust lives and access to the tools and resources they need. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the things that we've done over the year that our mission are to meet our mission. As members of IDA, don't forget that there's an IDA portal with information that will be helpful to you as teachers, as educators, and as parents. We also have an app. IDA National has an app, I Am IDA, and if you join that, you will get information on upcoming events, about our conferences, etc. I also want to mention Orton Oaks, which I became a member this year, and it's individuals who have volunteered and worked with IDA for more than 20 years. Started when I was 10. For our Georgia members, we also offer special discounts. For instance, on our Until Everyone Can Read hats, and also on copies of the perspectives from the 75th anniversary on structured literacy. You'll see a picture on your screen now of our IDA Board of Directors. Lovely group. And IDA Georgia is an essential information, has essential information on assessment, diagnosis, resources, particularly for structured literacy. We provide a referral hotline. We have website resources, social media, and email news updates, etc. So you also may be familiar with IDA Georgia's Dyslexia Dash each year, which helps support scholarships and outreach programs of IDA Georgia. Coming soon is a dyslexia resource guide, which will be housed in IDA Georgia's YouTube library. So it will be online for anyone to access. And now I'm going to turn this over to someone to talk about the 2025 Dyslexia Dash.
Hi there, my name is Jen Birch. I'm one of the co-VPs for IDA Georgia. And just wanted to tell you a little bit about the Dash. It's been around since 2006, so almost 20 years. It includes a 5K and a 1 mile kids run. It's our big annual event that happens during Dyslexia Awareness Month, which is the month of October. And it's just a way for the community to gather together and have some fun and celebrate. And this past year, we had a festival, a kids zone. We also had a dyslexia talent and creativity showcase, which showcased some of our area artists and authors and musicians that were also dyslexic. This past year, we raised over $50,000 for scholarships and outreach initiatives. And the craziest thing was we had 2,025 runners for the Dash in 2025. This gives us a little overview of how many sponsors we had. So thank you to all our sponsors. And we already have a date for 2026, and that is October 17th, 2026. So put it on your calendars. And then here is just a couple of pictures to enjoy from the Dash.
Hello, I'm Michael Wright, and I'm the treasurer of IDAGA, and I'm just going to give you a quick update on the financial position of our branch. Financially, we're very strong. We have over $300,000 of cash in the bank. This year, we generated $23,000 of free cash flow, most of that from the $50,000 Jen just mentioned from the Dyslexia Dash. And with that money, we funded roughly $32,000 worth of scholarships. We spent $2,500 on outreach programs, and we invested close to $7,000 in our webinars and spent a net almost $6,000 for a networking event open to all Georgians, as well as those participating in the national conference, which was hosted in Atlanta this year. So all in all, from a financial perspective, we're in excellent shape, and we're looking forward to another good year in 2026. Thank you.
Good morning. My name's Janet Street. I am on the IDA board. And I want to talk to you about the teen board because they are amazing. As you can imagine, if you were to hear about dyslexia from your parents or from a psychologist or a teacher, it would be kind of meaningful. But if you heard about it from a teenager and saw that that teenager was thriving in spite of being dyslexic, that's a much more powerful message. So about 4 years ago, we started this teen board, and it has grown like in crazy ways. We now have 50 teenagers this year from 20 towns and 30 high schools across Georgia. We meet every month on Zoom. We talk about projects, and they have just taken off this year. They did so much during the month of October for Dyslexia Awareness Month, including working at the Dash. They were instrumental in working at the Dash. This is a picture of their T-shirt that they designed. They did bookmarks. They did presentations at bookstores, just really raising awareness about dyslexia. Then, as you know, our national conference was in Atlanta, and that presented a great opportunity for them. On the Saturday of the conference, they had a teen panel discussion, which was fantastic. Just hearing their voices, there were 9 or 10 of them. I'm losing track, and they made a video that you can see. This link right here for the Voices video. If you click on that, you'll be able to see it's a silent video that they all contributed to talk about their thoughts on what it's like to be dyslexic and what they would want their parents and teachers to know. In addition, we have some people. So we have some teens who are going to be journalists, because you should really watch these interviews, these teen talks, and these interviews of some of other dyslexic teens, some of people at universities who run the resource program for kids with learning differences. They're really impressive. So all of those I commend to you. This is a great collage of almost all the teens in action, either at the Dash or at the teen panel presentation, or just doing something they love. They really are so inspirational. And guess what? Your teen can be part of it too, because on Monday's the deadline for the teen board application for next year. It runs on a yearly basis. So we start the new board in January. And there are 2 ways to be involved. If you're super interested and have a lot of time to dedicate to it, you can apply to be a captain. But if you just want to be involved and volunteer, please volunteer on that level as well. You can see the link here. Thanks for listening. Here comes someone else.
All right. Hi, I'm Amelia Morell. I am also one of the co-VPs for IDA Georgia. This year, the national conference for IDA was held in Atlanta, and IDA Georgia was instrumental in helping to plan, prepare, and host the event. There were 4 individuals from Georgia that talked about their individual perspectives, called Through Their Lens, on October 23rd. And the session will play with the IDA Georgia Teen Board Voices video. And there's some pictures of the event. And then the IDA Georgia branch also won the Excellence Award at the conference. And during the conference, there was the unveiling of the new definition of dyslexia, which you can find on our website. We also helped to host an event that was at the Carter Center. We had 200 attendees and 2 incredible speakers. We also hosted, as Jen mentioned earlier, the Talent and Creativity Showcase, which was held both at the Dash and at the Carter Center. And we will have a video of that coming soon, which was a great way for individuals with dyslexia to show their other talents. And then I'm going to pass it off.
Hi, as many of you know, October is Dyslexia Awareness Month, and each year IDA Oregon and IDA Georgia collaborate on a project called Rock for Dyslexia. In this project, we invite people to decorate rocks that displays the strengths and characteristics and words of encouragement about dyslexia, and then to place those rocks in places where people can find them. We also highlighted this program at the Dyslexia Dash, where we had a table set up where people could decorate rocks and participate. And we had a winner from Oregon who won a $50 gift certificate. We hope that you find some rocks that provide words of encouragement for you, and that you will join us next year in participating in Rock for Dyslexia. Thank you.
Okay, this next thing we want to talk about is another form of outreach. We started out calling it summer conversations, and now we're just calling it seasonal conversations because we had so much fun in the summer. We decided to include all the other seasons, and this is some pictures when we had Jane Wiskin on, and she is an occupational therapist in Atlanta, and it was just such a great opportunity to just have a conversation with providers and different people in the community to learn more about what they do and different aspects of dyslexia. So, next.
I also want to talk about another outreach event, and that is the 2025 Littling Conference that IDA Georgia was a partner and had displays there. The Littling Conference is developed in collaboration with the Rollins Center for Language and Literacy at the Atlanta Speech School and the Georgia Department of Education, and is designed specifically for Georgia's teachers. And I'm proud to say that we've had all but about 17 of the counties. There's over 180 counties, school systems in the state of Georgia, and all but 17 have been at the conference. And we are aiming for the 2026 Lit League Conference to have folks from all of the school systems. Also, during the national conference, IDA Georgia co-sponsored with the National IDA an accreditation symposium. And we had some speakers both from Georgia and outside of Georgia who talked about going through the accreditation process, what that looks like. And one of our speakers, Dr. Grant Rivera, is a school superintendent in Georgia who could speak to how important it is to have teachers coming through accredited programs, either in private institutions and or through higher ed. I'm going to also give you a few legislative updates. In 25-26, this will be the first year that new teachers have been prepared to provide evidence-based literacy instruction. Current teachers should have completed all of the science of reading training provided by the Georgia Department of Education. And it is the second year that high quality instructional materials are being used across K-3. So we now in Georgia have a screeners that all school systems are required to use, both for not just for children they suspect may have dyslexia, but also for kids who are struggling to read. The Georgia Department of Education has a website, and you see there's a QR code there and also a link that will take you to that website. And on that website, they have lots of great content that they have put together for teachers, and it's of course all free of charge. And I'm going to let someone else talk about the new dyslexia handbook.
This year we had a 4-part parent series to go through different resources for our parents in Georgia. It was a great collaboration with Parent to Parent of Georgia, and all of the recordings can be accessed on our IDA Georgia YouTube channel.
Another outreach event that we had again during the week of the national conference was a showing of the film Hopeville. And this was a collaboration with the department or with the Decoding Dyslexia Georgia and also the Georgia Library System. And also Southern Poverty Law Center and folks from the Reading League. So this was a great evening. Harvey Hubble is the individual that created this film, and it's a great story about a school system in Connecticut that changed the trajectory for their children by using structured literacy. Another outreach event that we had was that we helped co-host, I should say, with multiple branches across the United States. It was free, and Dr. Mary Stowe, from who is the president of the Virginia branch, led this meeting. It was designed to give information about structured literacy, the what, the who, the how, and we had a great time. It was intense, but we learned quite a bit. And then another event that we helped co-host, the IDA Georgia branch, with all the Southern region branches, and you'll see them listed there on the bottom: Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. And Drs. Hugh Katz and Charles Haynes, who were on the committee that revised the 2002 definition of dyslexia, were there to explain and give us information about the new definition. You can find a recording on IDA Georgia's website of this webinar, and also resources that were provided by Dr. Haynes and Dr. Katz. This year, or I'm sorry, in 2020, this year, in February of 2025, we had Dyslexia Day at the Capitol. The Decoding Dyslexia Georgia helps organize this event, and IDA Georgia and other community partners support and go and meet with legislators and advocate for individuals with this dyslexia. If anyone is interested in an outreach event, they can contact us at info@idageorgia.org. And there's multiple things we can do. We can host a IDA Dyslexia 101 event. We can have a speaker come with a topic about dyslexia or structured literacy. And we can also display an IDA resource table at events such as the LitLink conference. I'm going to turn this over to one other person.
Hello, my name is Lama Farhan, and I'm the co-chair of the Spotlight on Structural Literacy webinar series. And this year, in 2025, we had amazing speakers who discussed topics such as dyslexia and well-being, the new definition of dyslexia, and how to most effectively instruct children with dyslexia and ADHD to ensure they have the best reading and writing outcomes. So we had Tim Odegaard, Dr. Tim Odegaard, Dr. Hugh Katz, Dr. Kristen Sayaski, we had Tatiana Elsef, and Dr. Laura Tortorelli, who spoke about these topics. And in 2026, we have a great lineup of speakers. As you can see, we have Dr. Amy Ellman, Dr. Nancy Eberhard, Dr. Charlie Haynes, and Dr. Marianne Wolf, who are scheduled to speak to us about different topics. So please check out all these speakers, sign up, and also you can find for 2025, you can find our recordings, slides, and resources on the IDA Georgia website. And now I'll turn it over to someone else.
Okay, if we have a scholarship for teachers that work, not just teachers, administrators as well, that work in schools, both public and private. This year, we awarded 61 teacher grants for the IDA Georgia scholarships. 25 recipients have submitted their follow-up materials and have been fully reimbursed. We've funded 38 schools, 9 have been private, 30 public, and 19 of those were Title I schools. If you work in a school and you are interested in taking a structured literacy training, please apply. We cover the full cost of the course, just not the materials. We've funded 30 Orton Gillingham trainings, 3 Orton Gillingham practicums, 15 dyslexia endorsements, 6 Writing Revolution courses, 1 BrainSpring training 2, 1 SLANT training, 1 Dyslexia Training Institute training, and 1 Jennings Miller Mastermind Meaningful Mentorship, just to give you some ideas of some of the trainings we've sponsored. And then these are the schools where the scholarship recipients teach, and you can see it's all over the state of Georgia. And I'm going to pass it off.
I just briefly want to say that this is a brand new committee, really in its infancy. The HARC committee, standing for Helping Assist Reading Communities. We have a really fortunate problem, which is we've raised a lot of money, and a lot of it is going to benefit the scholarship programs, but there's actually more. So we're trying to think of ways. We're interviewing lots of different people and considering ways that to spend this money in the best way that represents you. So again, it's in its infancy. We're just launching it, and we're going to be defining it more, and we'll have more next year.
Just wanted to share with you the partnerships that we have across the state of Georgia. We work with Decoding Dyslexia, the Reading League, with our State Department, Georgia Department of Education, Parent to Parent of Georgia, and also the Georgia Library Service for the blind and print disabled. You'll see we have a busy year ahead of us. Our board, in fact, is meeting today to look through and talk about all of these activities that you see, including a conference that will be in February of 2027, and then also other outreach events. Thanks so much for joining us today. If you have any questions, please contact us at info@ida.org, or you'll see there's a phone number that you can call and reach out to us. Thanks so much for joining us.